lost in this hole, the turn in the bowl, sleeping some fragments of life from me.
We're back.
We're back. It's been a while.
We're back.
It's been a while. How long's it
Probably
been?
been about a month, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Been a month off the old podcast. But no, it's good to be back. Good to be back. You got to see the Christmas lights up.
Those are my all year round lights. Did I not have them last? I think I might have got them for the very
Christmas
last one
in
we
this
did.
office every day.
Every day is Christmas.
Every day of the year.
If my festive manner makes it Christmas every day of the year.
Is that what you call your house?
Festive manner.
A festive manor.
Yeah.
That's where he lives.
No, I just sort of tart the place up a little bit. Really, I mean, we're a long way away from the Chinese.
I kind of like the Chinese vibe.
The Chinese.
Kind of miss it. I'm glad you haven't got rid of
Takeaway
the
vibe.
window. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's good. And you know what's the best thing about it is its thermal properties for keeping,
Is that right?
heat in the room.
Is that right? Yeah, the thermal properties. Okay, yeah.
Of
very
the
good.
wood panelling. No,
Is that why you're wearing a big thick coat inside?
it's absolutely freezing. I mean, even in summer, because the windows are all like boarded up like some crack den. Even then, it never got like warm in here. But
No.
now it is really just like an icebox. It's not so bad right now actually. But when you come in the morning before the heating's on,
Yeah. As soon as anybody...
because we're all posh and we put the heating on.
Because we can afford it, yeah? Just as soon as somebody
Just
opens
about.
your door, it's like... I feel bad because I think, I've got to go and see Adam about something. I don't want to open his
Just
door.
shout through the door.
Do you mind shouting underneath the door? Yeah, don't let all the heat out.
just to save the heat. Yeah.
But yeah, we're back. It's been a while. Are you still there? Are you out there? It's good. I hope you are. But yeah, we're going to talk. Well, we've been away. We've been away for a while. There's been a bit going on, and we're going to talk about that today.
There's been plenty going on almost every front.
Every
We're
front.
fighting every front of the once. But
Yeah, but-
it's good though. I mean, it's better than the alternative where you've got sod all else to do, which I guess would mean things weren't going right. But
No, we've been busy. Been out on the road. We're just going to have a bit of a roundup, bit of a chat about that, really. Been out on the road for the Triggered Part 2 of the Triggered Tour, if you came to that. It was good to see you. We played a load of venues we'd never even played before. I mean, which was, considering how long we've been at this now, there was probably the most amount of venues we've never played. I mean, no, they were kind of a step up, some of them, some
Yeah.
good venues there. But we'd never played those towns before, which was, it was really good to get to them.
it was good. I mean, that was kind of, I think we'd always kind of planned to do it like this, but when we did the first bit of it in April, this is like just the UK sort of touring. We did the first bit in April, and we hit the Manchester, Glasgow, London, Birmingham, Leeds. Like the kind of the sort of
The staple.
I don't like using the term, but the industry kind of term is the A market. Because it kind
Yeah.
of suggests that it creates a sort of
If you're from
hierarchy.
Bournemouth.
Well, exactly. If you're from Frome,
Yeah,
you'll be like, I'm not going to do it.
I nearly did it.
I know.
Oh, hey, don't do it. Move on.
No.
But yeah, no, it's the kind of the places that bands don't go very often, but they have some amazing venues. These like Cheese and Grain at Frome. Is it Frome or Frome?
It's Frome.
Oh my God. Frome the Bell Tolls.
Yeah, Frome the Bell Tolls. Yeah.
That place that venue, that Cheese and Grain is, what a place that is. Such a cool venue, that.
Yeah, well, like you were saying, we've kind of hit a new. We were sort of not forced to. There's plenty of towns in the UK, but having done all the A market places in April,
Said it again.
we had to look at the Z list towns this time.
Wait.
No, it's not like that. It's just the terminology. It's because like if you're gonna do like A market towns, you do bigger venues. Yeah, and but this time round we sort of did those ones in April, and then it was like, well, we need to find similar sized venues and fill in all the gaps, and you know what, we kind of wanted to get to new places. So yeah, like we've only ever supported bands in Bournemouth, so we did Bournemouth, and we did.
Who did we play with in Bournemouth? The Darkness.
They
were playing Bournemouth.
at the O2 Academy.
Ah, right.
So Frome, as you say. What else was there? They've all gone out of my head.
Oh,
now
man.
completely.
Is there a picture around here where we went?
Having said that, we still did Liverpool, which, for us, I think that was actually our first headline gig in Liverpool.
It was, yeah.
Ever.
No, it wasn't. It was the second one because we did the House of Noise, did at that church
You're right, we did.
place. But no, you're right. No, apart from that, we've never really. Considering how close Liverpool is to where we live, it's sacrilegious. You could probably count on both hands the amount of times we've even been to Liverpool in 15 years. It's kind of strange, isn't it? Really.
I don't know how that happened. I mean, we did some gigs back in the really early days in like on the fringes, I think we did one in like Ormskirk, Skelmersdale, yeah. Southport's kind of getting that way in it, I guess.
I remember us doing a gig in Southport. It was banging. The Fox and Hound, was it called? It's a biker do. And we had a puncture outside. Remember, we got in the van, and the van had a puncture. And we didn't
Where's
have...
this?
In Southport.
Southport, yeah.
And we didn't have a jack or something. Or we didn't have a spare tyre. Or something. Or the spare
AC/DC wrote a song about that.
Spare tyre, the jack. And these bikers, if you're in a band or you're a biker and you're in a biker club or whatever, they're amazing. It's just like, right, somebody gets on the phone, right, sort it.
Deck. Yeah, it's like a competition who can fix it.
Let's fix it. And within 10 minutes, there was a flipping tyre guy there, changed the tyre, sorted the car, fixed it, and it was away. And amazing. Great people to play.
Played us a little tune on his banjolele.
Yeah.
Then buggered off. He was from Southport, wasn't he?
Who?
Or was he from George Formby?
Formby? All right. That
Or
was
was he
Lytham.
from Formby? Oh, was he? Really? Lytham?
Lytham. He lived in Lytham, didn't he? St Anne's.
I didn't know that.
I call it Lytham and St Anne's. They're two separate places, aren't they?
I thought it was Lytham St Anne's.
It's what they call it, but Lytham and St Anne's are two different places.
Right, okay. So they just call the general area.
Lytham St Anne's.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I'm pretty sure I fell into that trap recently. I'm sure.
Tune in next week for more
The people from Lytham are going, St Anne's?
obscure northern coastal town trivia.
Anyway, there you go.
But it was really good. Liverpool was good. Were there any highlights of the tour?
Oh,
for you?
well, to be honest, Liverpool was a highlight. It was a Tuesday, a frigging Tuesday. I mean, that was. I mean, first of all, we'll talk about Norwich. I mean, Norwich. Thanks people in Norwich for being patient with us. We came back and we got the show done, which was amazing. And thanks for showing up. And sorry about. I could never stop apologising for pulling the gig last time. But it's a great venue that. But Liverpool was. I couldn't believe that was a Tuesday. The party atmosphere in there. I'd forgotten it was a Tuesday. You get out on the road and you've been out for like a week and you just don't know what day it is, do you? And then it's like, it's a Tuesday night. It'll be all right tonight. It's going to be good. But flipping heck, the people of Liverpool.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
It
was going bananas.
Yeah, it was. There was, it was packed, and the atmosphere did not feel like a Tuesday.
No, I didn't know.
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I thought the only night where I thought that the atmosphere wasn't quite there, and I'm only saying from my point of view, was Norwich, and maybe it's because we made you wait, and maybe it's because you were like, right then, I'll show you.
Bastards.
But that's not to say it was bad. It just felt, that's the only night where it felt like a weeknight. It felt like, a Tuesday.
But I think that, for me, I think that was, a lot of that was because we hadn't played for me personally, it was because we hadn't played for a long time. And I went sort of barreling out with all these expectations and all this energy, and
maybe,
and then little things started going wrong, like mic stand fell apart, and
did it?
These little, when you just go on stage and it's like I'm just trying too hard.
I know one thing that did. Oh no, well, actually, now you mentioned that, that's made me remember that the in-ear monitors had problems. Remember there was loads of interference.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? That didn't help at all, did it? That dampens your. That's maybe what it was, Maybe
yeah,
that was.
That
was probably what was dampening the experience, was because we kept having and do you know what it probably was? It's probably all the flipping screens.
It was, yeah. Well,
all the digital screens and lights in
afterwards, there. we sort of we put the antennas up for your radio mic and the in-ear like transmitters. They were right next to a giant LED screen at the back.
Yeah,
and they were a little bit close. The two antennas were a little bit close together.
Oh my!
So
God.
there was just a couple of things, and it was a TV studio, so there's already like frequencies flying around here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it wasn't a problem for the rest of the.
When you got them in ears
thing,
in,
so-
I mean, they're revolutionary. They're amazing in ear monitors. But then every now and then during a song, it'll just start going. You'd hear your voice and it start going.
Yeah, really loud.
But you're really loud. But then you sing. You've just got to keep singing or keep playing and have a smile on your face and and just pretend it's not happening. And it's fucking horrible.
Yeah,
Gotta be honest.
There is some serious drawbacks, I guess, when the in-ears start going wrong, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen often, and when they work amazingly. So.
Oh yeah, they're the best thing ever.
But yeah, I actually now you saying about your mic stand falling apart reminded me that there was technical reasons why it was a little bit.
It just felt a little bit, hard work. But yeah, but no, it was good to get to Norwich, and it was good to play that venue because it is a killer venue. But I'd say the highlight was probably Liverpool or Holmfirth was mint that.
Holmfirth was probably the best gig I've ever played. Like in terms of
Big Ed.
No, in terms of the way I had a really good one. I don't know why. I just felt like everything sounded great.
It's a great venue,
Felt
isn't it?
great, yeah.
It's a great atmosphere in there.
And I think it was the pre-gig snooker because we had a snooker, not a pool table,
Oh no.
a full-size snooker table in the dressing room.
It was the only day on the tour that fulfilled our snooker table part of the rider.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to up your game. the rest
Everywhere
of it.
else, no, we didn't even have anything.
Unbelievable. Sort your shit out.
Not even a camping table.
No,
Got a snooker table in.
Foosball. Nothing.
Foosball. We've got a full-size snooker table in Holmfirth. I can't believe, like, a few years ago when we supported, like, Blackberry Smoke there, I remember standing at the back of the room and seeing like, a full room and thinking, wow, this is mint. Because obviously they'd sold it out. And then we sold it out. So it was an amazing feeling.
It's, yeah, brings a tear to the old eye. And did you... I don't know, you probably wouldn't because you'd have been on the bus. I left with my dad that night, but the hill that you have to drive up getting out of Holmfirth, it goes on and on forever.
That big hill up, where the bus was parked up the out of town.
No, it's like, well, do you know what? I can't remember the directions. I'm not going to go into that on the podcast because it'll be meaningless. But anyway, it's in like a valley, Holmfirth, and but if there's a band you like and you wouldn't mind a bit of a road trip, doesn't matter where you are in the country, and you want to go to a venue or see a band you like in a new place, and they're playing the Picturedrome in Holmfirth, go because it's great, really good.
It's one of those venues. It's like the Tivoli's the same, isn't it? It's like there's not really a lot around there. They're nice places, but there's not a lot else around there, and it's an odd place to have such a big venue. And yet they always sell out.
Yeah.
The Tivoli, what's it called? Bloody head's gone now. There's the Tivoli.
In Buckley.
Yeah. The Tivoli. It's called. Oh, sorry.
it's
The
called the
venue's
Tivoli.
called the Tivoli.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. The place was called Tivoli. Yeah, the Tivoli in Buckley. Yeah. That place always sells out, doesn't it? And the Picturedrome in Holmfirth. I think people just like. It just has like a historic
Yeah, well, there's a
thing about it, and it's like a magnet for like live music fans, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good catchment area as well. You know, you're less than an hour from Manchester, Leeds, Sheffield.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a Holmfirth, not Buckley. But then Buckley, that's only I think about an hour. You could drive straight down the motorway across.
Yeah.
To,
It seems to have its hardcore fan base, the Tivoli. You speak to people and like they go there all the time, you know, and that's just the place they go. It's like it's got like a real hardcore following. People will go and watch bands there.
Yep.
And you look at like the history. Like, I know we didn't play there on this part of the tour, but you look at the history. Like they've had like everybody's played there from like the '60s. You know,
It's been around a long time.
it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. What else was? I mean, to be honest, they were all banging. I really enjoyed Swansea. I really enjoyed.
Oh yeah, Swansea. Yeah.
Froome. That was
Rookie nearly choked to death
good.
and having a curry before the gig, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a curry and
He just went silent, didn't he? That's the trouble when somebody's choking. You don't notice. He's just like this.
he had proper. Yeah. Well, that's first I knew of it. He was pretty much like throwing up on his
There
curry.
was stuff coming out of his nose.
Yeah.
he grabbed somebody's beer.
He had a booner coming out of his nose.
He grabbed someone's beer, Charlie's beer, I think, and just took a swig, and it immediately came straight back out of his nose. And then we looked around like this. It's like, what are you doing?
Then it comes a gag reflex in him that eventually did get the offending piece of chicken out. But yeah, he was. He's not the sort of person who'll admit it, but he was shaken up.
Yeah. I think it fairly knocked him a bit.
Sobered him right up. not literally, but in a kind of.
But he's an amazing curry house. Is that?
Yeah, it
Bloody
was
lovely.
I think Sam. Big shout out to Sam on the lights.
Yeah,
He was the resident spice lover. Wasn't
Yeah,
he
he did. He had some. Because you had some of it, didn't you?
I had one mouthful. It was like a chef's special. I can't remember, but what it was called. But it was very tasty. But yeah, unreal. Right, so hot. It was one of the. It was the build. You know, it's not like. It didn't like burn your tongue, like, do you know what I mean?
It's all right. I like this, yeah.
It would just like slowly, like, just made steam come out of your ears. But yeah, he was putting a brave face on it. But I think he might have bitten off more than he could chew. Sam. Admit it if you're watching.
Good lad, Sam.
But no, the crew were brilliant. The whole team on this was fantastic. Loads of fun.
Yeah. And the New Roses were couldn't really. I mean, we've been. They're what a great bunch of guys they are. Come over from Germany. I mean, they're like a band. They kind of like to think they're kind of like a similar sort of level to us in Germany, aren't they? They do similar venues to what we do over here, and it's all that. And they deserve to be like so much bigger in this country, you know, because I think this country is just primed perfect for a fresh rock band, you know. And there's such catchy songs, and they're a great band and a great bunch of people. So hopefully when they come back next time, make sure you go and support what they do, because you know, I can absolutely guarantee you'll have a great night watching them guys.
Absolutely, yeah. There's no question that the class, you know.
That's the word, the class.
And the funny buggers as well, like, you know, they have
it's
great sense of humour.
It's great being like from a different country when your sort of sense of humours clash and you start to get each other's jokes, and then you form this really unique sort of sense of humour bond, don't you, with him? Like, especially, you know, their drummer. He's so funny. Yeah, it's great to see him every day. You know, turn up. You get into a routine, don't you? They turn up at the same day, at the same time every day, and it's, hi guys, how you doing? Because they were playing shows extra to the two, weren't they? They played a few.
Yeah, we had a couple of days off in the tour, and they
didn't.
They booked their own shows, you know, which is, you know, good. I mean, got a serious work ethic, and but you know, I think it was a good fit, and I think they appreciated that our audience rather appreciated them, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think it was a good fit. That was one of the occasions where the support like really worked.
They sold all the merch, didn't they? He said to me in Newcastle, they've got nothing left. Before the gig, they were like, yeah, there's nothing left really.
Right.
Which is amazing, isn't it?
They'll have to price match next time, won't they?
What sort of a dirty, disgusting trick is that?
One item, price matched.
One item, yeah.
And you're going to sell it
T-shirts
in a cardboard, out of a cardboard box in the alley behind the venue.
Yeah. One T-shirt, £100 in the dark. Yeah. Who does that?
Not that that's ever happened to us.
It's never happened to us before, has
it?
Us,
no.
Never. No, we've never been forced to sell anything in the darkness.
No. Oh, God's sake.
Have we? In the dark.
Moving on.
In the shadows.
Oh dear. Right. But yeah, the tour's been brilliant. It was great, and concurrently at the same time, you know, we've still been writing, because the next album's going to be happening.
We're probably recording in a few weeks.
Yeah, mental.
Crazy is that we've only just flipping finished the last one.
Totally crazy.
It honestly. I mean, how long has it been? Is this a record time we've written these sort of songs?
No, this is about right. I think. Well, so we did.
It feels. I don't know how it feels like we've done it so fast, though.
I think that's just the way time sort of gets away from you, doesn't it? I mean,
the older you get.
But we recorded. We recorded House of Noise. We seem to have fallen into this January recording cycle. And if the last 3 albums have been recorded in January, which, you know, just getting used to recording in the cold. But so January 2020 we recorded House of Noise, and then 2022 it was last one Triggered. And this one, it's going to be the new album, which is called.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. just a for God's sake.
That's what it's called.
What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
Oh. Oh dear God!
We do have a working title, but we haven't let anyone know yet because these things are always subject to change, and you never know. You have to go through a few sort of ideas, but yeah, I think it does feel the quickest, but maybe it's because we've been the busiest. From the last one to this one, there hasn't been a break.
Maybe that's the case.
And it was all that COVID thing that happened. You know, don't know if anyone remembers it.
But this next album, it's definitely got a heavier sort of vibe to it, hasn't it? You know, it's the sort of the core of it is definitely more sort of heavy, really. More sort of heavy riffs and sort of solos and like. You know, there's still a shade of everything in there that we normally do, but this is sort of, I feel it's a bit more kind of, darker, a bit darker, isn't it? Really?
Dark is fair. I mean, I think I've said a few times, but when we've done a bit of a shameless plug here, but we've got a remix of an album.
It's our podcast.
We did. We remixed an album that we released originally in 2016 called "Welcome to the World," and. You know, it was kind of like the first album that got any kind of like radio attention in the UK or anything. So, and it was, you know, I think it's fair to say it was a bit of a step up in songwriting, and I don't know, it was a good album. It's a good album, and we've remixed it, repackaged it, and re-released it, which is available on our website now if you want to go and order it. But in the remixing process, we had to sort of revisit the songs and listen to them again and talk about them and write press releases about the time. And something just maybe subconsciously got you back in. Well, for me anyway, reminded me of how we used to write and the kind of songs and the sort of riffs and the attitude that you try to go for, which, you know, was never a conscious thing to change, but just you sort of absorb all that and then. While you're writing at the same time, I think it has got a little bit of that energy back in it. You know, whether it's good or not, that's up to.
It feels a bit more kind of. Yeah, it feels a bit more kind of guitar-y than sort of. There's great melodies in there, of course, but it just feels a bit meaner. Some of the songs feel a bit meaner, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's more riffy.
Riffy.
Yeah,
that's the phrase. Is what it is.
It'll be good, and we'll be.
It will be good.
We'll be working with a new producer.
Yeah.
And a new studio.
He's worked with some great bands. We actually found him a great band to check out. He's a friend of ours called Rupert. Actually, he's where we actually. The guy's called Matt, and he produced their album, recorded and produced their album. A band called Carry the Crown. There you go. There's a good band for you to check out. Amazing band. And we listened to their stuff because Rupert was doing some work with us, and we were like, fucking hell, this is cracking. Turns out the guys work with Yumi at Six and Don Barocco and a few other bands.
These are some architects, and so it's definitely on the you know, what would you call it, metalcore? I don't know. One of the cores. One of the
Irish songstresses.
Not the cores.
I look like my dad. Is that the
No,
cause?
that's Bewitched.
Oh, that's close.
Racist bastard.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a more Irish girl groups now, but I can't. No,
can't.
All gone. Bewitched are back though.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's a great song. The great songs, all them old 90s.
Blame It on the Weatherman.
Blame It on the Weatherman.
And,
why not? And
all the others.
ones. Look like me dad. That one.
C'est la vie.
Did they have the brother in the band, or was that the Cause?
That was the Cause.
For God's sake.
I think the Cause are actually the highest selling Irish artist of all time, or something like that.
Wow,
I could be making that completely up. I'm sure someone said that.
More than Daniel O'Donnell.
More than you two,
wouldn't you?
More than.
All right, yeah, I forgot about you two.
Or they have the highest selling album of an Irish artist. One album in particular.
They were massive, weren't they? The Cause.
Yeah, in the 90s.
They were huge, weren't they? They're a bit more kind of folky, the Cause, aren't they? I seem to remember. I'm not really into it. Would they have a violin player and a bit more classic,
Yeah.
kind of more...
It's
They weren't
also-
a pop band, really. They were a classic Irish folky type.
country kind
country
of,
type band.
They've got a great band. Yeah.
I'm getting letters from Cause fans.
Yeah.
Pair
We
of
should stop talking about
absolute
things.
wankers.
We have no idea what we're talking about.
No, I do apologise. Sorry about that.
The yeah. Anyway, so those bands we mentioned are kind of a little bit more on the sort of modern side rather than the classic rock side. But that's, like I said, we're not going to change what we do. It's just going to hopefully be a
Bring a new production perspective, innit?
Yeah.
You know, some new ideas, and it's good. Matt's got some demos off us, and he seems quite taken with some of the songs, and that's a really good start. You know, he seems excited about it, and he's got stuff planned, which is bodes well for us. You know, makes going in the studio an exciting thought. You know, I can't wait to get started with it. Really,
it's different. It's going to be different, but you've got to be. You know, I think it's important to us to push ourselves a bit, and you've mentioned it before that, you know, different producers push. Oh, was it you or it might be Steve that's mentioned this in?
it's probably me.
Interviews. That, you know, you push it. A producer's job is to push you as far as you can, really. You know, and sometimes you might get a little too comfortable if you work with the same team. And it can work. It can be great, but you know, why not? Why not? You know.
Yeah, you need to challenge yourself, don't you? You need to challenge yourself at all times. I think that's how you get the best out of everyone, to be honest. You don't want to get too comfy, do you? Reproducing the same stuff over and over again.
So that's what we're going to be doing in January, and then early next year we've got some gigs because
we're abandoning that.
Because the gigs never stop.
That's what we do.
So we few headliney type shows. We're doing a special commemorative one-off gig, I guess, in Warrington at Parr Hall in Warrington.
Yeah.
Tickets are absolutely flying out. Like, it's more than half sold out, and that's happening in March. And we're basically playing the Welcome to the World album and its associated kind of B-sides
songs
in full. That'll be a really.
No, we're not going to play half of them.
Yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna play every song, but only half of it.
Just the first verse and the chorus, and then we're going to go to the next one.
That would be unique.
That would be, wouldn't it? What a unique experience that would be.
So check that out if that intrigues you. You know,
Yeah.
we deliberately picked Warrington Parr Hall because it's a great venue, and it's also kind of, you know, it's sort of, you know, central to a lot of our,
A lot of people
the
can
big
make
places.
it from
Right off
other
the
places.
M6.
Right off the M6. Right off the M6.
And if you fancy nipping into IKEA
exactly
for a shoe
if that
rack.
isn't a way to sell the gig to your other half, I don't know what is. Can I say that?
whatever.
Fucking said it now. I'm only speaking from my own experience.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. My missus loves the IKEA.
Can we go
as well.
IKEA? No.
Why? There's some meatballs.
Because as long as I can have some meatballs. You can have some meatballs. Okay, well, let's fire up the C-Max. Huh?
Yeah. We got that, and then we're in Europe as well for a headline tour. You know, it's not a mammoth one, but you know, I think we're doing like 2 weeks across Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, France, and then back to the UK for, you know, I guess album promo. By that point, singles will be out, and videos and all
Manner of goodies.
fun and games.
Hey?
You could buy your 30 different colours of the
Oh yeah.
of the album.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
But no, it's gonna be a really good year next year. I can feel it. Some amazing festivals have come in. We haven't announced yet, but
Oh yes.
can't wait
Beware.
to unleash all that. But loads in Europe. It's gonna be a really good year. And thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on the podcast again, which will now be happening again weekly. Now
Weekly.
we're back.
Yeah.
And
If you're still there, thank you very much. Thanks for not going anywhere.
peace out.
Peace out.